The next set of questions involves us to understand what are called like terms. Now in mathematics we have terms right here, here, these are all called terms, things that are separated with addition or subtraction. Things that are like terms have the same variable. Now these variables stand for something, and so I'm going to give them names. You're going to think I'm silly in just a second, but I'm going to call this A, apples, and this B, bananas. So this term would tell us that we have 5 apples plus 4 bananas. If I added those together and called them 9 apples, you'd call me crazy. And mathematically, it would be crazy as well. These are not like terms. That A and that B are different objects from each other, so we cannot add them together or subtract them. On the other hand, if I had apples and apples, 5 apples plus 4 apples would be 9 apples, and you would be fine with me doing this. So this is no good, this one is okay, and the difference is that these have different variables while these two have the same variable. So in order for terms to be considered like each other so that we can combine them into one group or one term, they need to have the same variable. This is an example of just some numbers, 5 plus 4 equals 9. If you have just numbers, those are also like terms. All right, we're going to use some like terms to solve a few different equations right here. So you will see right here we have a variable in 2 separate terms. This time they're separated by subtraction. So we can combine these two because they have the same variable. 13n minus 4n gives us 9n. So we end up with 36 equals 9n. And now these look like the ones that we did before where we've got some multiplications. So we're going to finish that out by dividing by 9, and we get n equals 4. And it's okay that the n is on the right hand side. If you prefer it on the left, you could rewrite it as n equals 4 like this. Okay, here we have some like terms again. We have a v and a v. This does not have a variable, so do not combine that with the rest of those. This 14 and the 80 are like terms. We'll get those together in a second. So 12v plus 10v gives us 22v. 22v plus 14 equals 80. And now we need to solve for this v. So we see that we have multiplication and we have addition. We're going to go backwards from our order of operations like we talked about in our video, which means we're going to eliminate this addition first. So we'll subtract 14 and we get 22v equals 66. And now we can divide by 22. We can divide by 22 and we get v equals 3. And we're finished with that one. Now the last question I wanted to show you, we have like terms, this 6c and the 2c, but they're separated by this. So it doesn't matter that they're separated, we can still put them together. If that bothers you, one thing I like to do is to eliminate this term first. So let's add that 8 to get it over here with this like term. That gives us 6c minus 2c equals negative 8. And now we've got these terms right here without anything separating them, so we can put them together. I like to see them that way. We have 4c now. 6c minus 2c is 4c equals negative 8. Divide that by 4, and we get c equals negative 2. If you chose to put these two together first, that would have been fine, and then eliminate that later. That would be an alternate way to do this. Thank you.